Everything is going extremely well.
And now, showtime.
Let's get it up here. Hey, everybody. Wild week. We have seen huge ups and downs in things. It has been incredible to see a bounce back from the third week of August. Seems like it really was the bottom of everything, and now we are on the speed run through Black Friday. By the way, I hope you guys like this new rig. Let me know what you think. Hi, Yogesh. Let me know what you think of the new setup here. I have been putting hard work, but I'm thrilled with what this looks like. I got to tell you. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a fun little, happy accident that I discovered last year. And we're going to break down exactly where it comes from. But I'll say this. I did something with a little test for like $100 that ended up driving over $10,000 a day. And for some brands, because I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is working. And I texted my friends that all run big businesses. Some businesses were driving an extra $100,000 a day bottom line. Essentially fully automated and didn't have to do any creative testing to get there. So we're going to break this all down today, what it is, why it works, why you should probably do this thing, how to execute it, and what you can plan for this Black Friday, because the honest truth is we already know what Black Friday is going to look like, what Q4 is going to look like. It won't be a surprise. All of the data is here, and we are going to make a lot more money. Well, the folks that are listening, that are paying attention and asking a ton of questions here are going to see the most out of it. That's what this is all about. So anyway, it's a crazy world. I'm glad you are all here. And let's focus on what we're here for, because that's what it's really all about. All right. Now, that being said, I want to first, as always, get to your questions. This is the community after all. So let's dive into that to get started. Over here, by the way, if anybody knows, I'm so used to being over here. Steeler Nation, 1-0, baby. 1-0, baby. Yeah. I can't believe I'm cheering for Aaron Rodgers throwing to DK Metcalf, but okay. Happy days. Okay. Let's get into the community here. All right, over there. I'm just going to go ahead and make this bigger. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and present. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. By the way, we did just launch a brand new video yesterday on a great AI tool called Pressmaster AI. I've been using this for a while myself. I think it's phenomenal. Long story short, what it does is it acts as your press. It acts as your PR. It looks for trending topics of conversation that are important to you and then sends you alerts so that you can respond to a quick interview set of questions, and then it writes in your voice. It's not a GPT wrapper. It's a press agent for you that can then distribute to any outlet you want. It's incredible. I loved it, so I made a video on it, dropped it yesterday, and on Sunday, we are going to start our account audit series. Technically, it's not a series. It's a format of a video, whatever. Sorry, Ed. I've partnered with Foreplay. I've also partnered with Limited Supply, and we're going to be doing this with a few other partners as well. But Jack from Foreplay and I sat down and audited a bunch of ad accounts to help people see more success and less stress. And you can follow step by step what it looks like under the hood in a recorded Zoom call. It's about 35 minutes long. And we're going to help somebody spending about $2,000 a week double their profits. If you find that interesting, come check it out on Sunday. I am very thrilled to bring that stuff to you guys. Okay, let's get to it. We're just gonna hit all because I did actually no, we'll just do the sort by anyway, here we go. Can you do a video on why ads are rejected, especially for housing category? That is an interesting topic for ads, why they're getting rejected. I can tell you that the vast majority of why ads are getting rejected is a violation of terms and services. Now, remember, your ad could be completely compliant, but if somebody clicks on that ad and within 3 clicks on your domain, they can reach anything that is not compliant, your ads will get rejected, your CPMs will go up, and you could be banned from running ads on the platform. So, in a very simple way, the way to prevent your ads from getting rejected is to either, if you just can't seem to overcome the issue, make a new domain, run your ads to that domain, make sure it's totally clean and law-abiding and legit, and you should see all of your issues go away. That's my number one recommendation to you. David Klein, go Charlie. Yeah, feels like cheating. This is the video on Pressmaster. I really recommend you check it out. And apparently you all like it. It launched as like a 2 out of 10, which in the YouTube world doesn't suck. Love your questions over here on the side. We will get to that stuff here in a minute. Apparently when I hit show comments on stage, it doesn't backdate, but we got stuff from Yogesh. Hello. And Hero. Hi. We'll get to you guys here in just a moment. Go David. All right. Let's see. NT says, thanks for sharing. This is the video on the Alex Hormozi lead gen efforts. Remember, I dropped that video last week. That is a video on the lead generation. Your strategy for running leads is generally wrong on most people. And one of the best in the game, or the most popular, Alex Hormozi, he did his $100 million leads event. I dropped this video 3 days before that event. And, well, after that event, in some time, he fired his media buyer, tried to hire one of my students from the MBA program. Check it out right there. Boom, 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 boom. And the next time he ran an event, he made $100 million in a day. That's the strategy that he didn't have, that he does now. And, well, why not share it with you all? So anyway, check that out. I think I'm very proud of it, and I think you all like it. Apparently you do. If I check my numbers real quick, I'll just go on YouTube mobile here real quick. Where is that video sitting at? That video is 5 out of 10 right now. Okay. Well, apparently the new way to run ads, and then the agency, the summit. Okay, there's some bangers that is falling behind, but that's fine. Okay, let's keep going. Mike's clarity, brother, more people got to see this insane value in just 8 minutes. Yeah, this is, man, we don't have a lot of questions here, just a lot of support. Well, thank you, community. This is the video on how to build a $100,000 in 30-day funnel. Quite literally, I show you the entire step, including my ad account and every page of all of the funnel and all the tools that I used to make $100,000 in 30 days. I show the Stripe account. I show everything. And to prove that it wasn't a fluke, I did it twice. And I show you literally everything, all the receipts, all the steps, and break down everything you need to know. And I did it in 8 minutes. So fuck, you should check that video out. All right. Think Cartology. This breakdown is incredible. Insane. Sorry. Step-by-step practical shows exactly how to run a high-performing campaign without wasting time. Yeah, this video is like 20-some-odd minutes, but I need every second of it outside of the introduction to show you exactly how it all works. And just the overwhelming response to the positivity there is thank you so much. The internet doesn't always prove itself to be a positive place. There can be a lot of toxicity out there, and to know that my comment section is full of love and support and appreciation is amazing. Thank you all so much. Let's see. Charlie, do you prune your CBO ad sets if they don't spend after 7 days? Currently have 9 ad sets. Okay. In a $300 a day CBO, but 2 ad sets haven't almost any spend in the last 7 days. I don't know if I should turn them off. Yes, Sebastian, at $300 a day, unless your cost per purchase is like $5, you can't afford to probably have more than 2 ad sets. I don't know why you have 9. But absolutely, honestly, at $300 a day, if your cost per purchase is less than is more than like 30, 40, $50, I'd probably take your 322 ads and drop them all in one ad set. I would probably have 3 of them that are all kind of either aimed as a top, middle, and bottom funnel, or 3 that are all top. What I want to know is, what can I do well? And then say these work, these don't, and then prune, and then let the machine understand what to do. With 9 ad sets, you are playing the lottery. Hi, Siraj, good to see you here. Boom. Yes. Also, you're over on the right hand side. Boom. I hope Siraj is the right way to do it. Is that how I pronounce it? Let me know. Is it Siraj? I guess you can't tell me back, but like, you can give me a thumbs up if yes, or something like that. I'd like to know. I am a white guy from the suburbs in America, so my culture is a little. I have an opportunity to learn, and I would love to get better at those things. Anyway, let's see. Make this a regular thing for sure. Achievely, big fan of the deep dive that we did with Foreplay. This is Barry Hot, who is a new dad to a little boy. Shout out to Barry Hot. And then Jack, and then Shabazz. Yeah, this was a great video. I think it was about an hour and 20 minutes of us just breaking down AI from Meta and really exciting stuff. And what I loved is that we did not all agree. And in a beautiful exchange, we didn't agree, but we all made our case of how we're successful. And then we're able to learn and exchange ideas. And it's a beautiful thing to see folks who don't see things in the same way be able to hear and learn and share ideas that makes everybody better. And that's what I'm all about. So it was beautiful to see. I highly recommend you check that out. And the guys at Foreplay are dropping fire lately. Like I said, the account audit video coming on Sunday. And I'm going to do it every single Sunday. If you guys like it, let me know in the chat. Let me know. Do you want to see me do more live account audits? And would you like to potentially have your account audited? Let me know if you're interested in that stuff. If I get enough feedback from you all saying that that's exactly what you want, we'll do more of them. Let's say this. If I get 30 people that comment on the video that says, yes, I want account audits, something to that effect, I'll drop more of them. If I get 100, we'll do it every week. All right? Let's make it happen. Okay. I just wanted to give you guys what you want. If you don't want it, I won't post it. Okay. Smiles. So what's the best section in daily frequency range? Is it mid, top, bottom that my ad should focus on? It will be successful. Great question. This is in response to our the course we dropped, which is my most successful video ever. That's not a short. That's getting like 500 views a day or whatever. That my ad should focus on. So here's the thing, Smiles. There is no best place in the funnel for you to focus your ads on. What really matters is that you are prioritizing what you do well and what you need. So I just onboarded a brand into my ad agency. Shout out to Disruptor Agency. If you want to join there, by the way, I'll just give you a quick little tipsy here. You can go to disruptorschool.com. And up here, there's the Disruptor Agency. You can just go here, click, and it'll go to a lead form. So I'll get to talk to you, see if you're a good fit for my agency. By the way, we also have this bundle here. I don't talk about it a lot. I just want people that discover it to enjoy it. But you get basically every masterclass from Disruptor School and a hat and the PSM course, plus all the ebooks on Facebook ads, $100 gift card, and a 30-day free trial to Disruptor Academy. This thing rips. I think it's about $600 something, but it's, $649, but it's over 70% off. So love that. And if you're interested in the agency, that's where you can join. Cool. So the point here is this brand that joined crushes at upper funnel video. All of their videos go viral. They're incredible at it. So the number one way to get their business better is to start making statics that appeal to those individuals. And if you watch the I spent $1 billion on Facebook and here's what I learned for creative testing video that I did, where I shout out the lens tool from Foreplay, I show you like my Olympic rings analogy of how all of the ads should work. So I highly recommend that you go check that video out. I'll just show you what it looks like. Let's go to YouTube. You get to see what's on my YouTube. Football, Steelers. There we go. Okay. Like I said, 1-0, baby. But if we go to the channel and then we just hit this up, videos, this one here, I spent $1 billion testing Facebook ads and learn this. This video will show you all about stuff. So go check it out. Okay. So the bottom line is figure out what you're good at, work really hard on improving what else is there. Here we go. 4PI. Is it true that for new pixels, you have to use interest to train it? How true is that, since this video debunked a lot of concepts? That is 100% false. First off, the pixel doesn't know anything. The pixel is like, if you're voting, the pixel is the paper that the vote is on. It doesn't carry any information. It's just code. But outside of that, the algorithm that you're teaching using interest groups does nothing to train it. Training it, which I'm a big fan of doing, is all about showing it what successful looks like. The way you train the algorithm is with attribution. Attribution isn't about credit. It's about training the machine. It's not a measurement of success or performance. It's what you're telling the machine to get you more of. So when you have a one-day click, for instance, you're saying, only get me people who are likely to click in one day, and nobody else that buys is something that I deem a success. If you're getting thousands of sales a day, go for it. I think, generally speaking, I used to be in the one-day click crowd, but then 2018 happened, 2019, 2020, and the machine got smarter. We went to broad targeting. We never used ABO ever again. Things evolved. Right? I've changed my opinion. I've been in the game 13 years. What I did 13 years ago is very different than what I do today. But what I did 6 years ago is almost the exact same as what I do today, because, well, while the game has changed, the tools as of 2018 basically happened. 7 years ago. So there you go. Yeah, so no. Here we go. Jose Francis, how do you define a lead cost target, which is part of this? And Jose Francis, great question. MBA member, by the way. The way we define a lead cost target is essentially we have to understand what is a lead worth. And then if we understand what a lead is worth and how much we can get, let's say a lead is worth $10 and it costs us $5 to get it. Well, if we want to make $50, we need 10 leads. If you want to make $100, that lead could either be, you understand what I'm saying? So there's a margin, not by percentages, right? ROAS is bullshit. But like, what is the gross profit, the GPT of that lead times volume of leads, and then your ad spend, right? That's how you figure it out. If you want to make more money with less money, you got to be more efficient. If you're willing to invest more to get a smaller margin, but on a much higher volume, you don't need to be nearly as efficient. And that's really kind of what it's all about. But we can talk more about that in the MBA. All right. Oh my God. Thank you so much. So much free, good info in your videos. See you soon in your school. I've shared your content with those 300 marketing people. Thank you. Again, just like, I love it. The YouTube world is just so nice and kind and productive. I see these people constantly are like, oh man, the YouTube, don't even pay attention to the comments. Fuck that. I love the comments. You all are so nice. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that like I can bring good into the world and help people. That's really what I'm all about. This is a course video that we dropped on catalog ads, and I really recommend you check this thing out. Plus the video that we did on Disruptor Academy, which if you have not seen that, over here, oh shit, Disruptor Academy hit let's see, did we hit 2,500 subs? Look at that. Hey, all right, fantastic. New channel, only have 10 videos live, but the catalog ads video, not a banger by views, but I track the clicks off this video, and it's the #1 video for people that find value and click to get other things. This is essentially a bottom funnel video. If you really want to be successful, you watch this video. If you are just like, I'm poking around, kind of feel like wasting time or whatever, you hate this video. Hyper value, very bottom of funnel. So again, if you're watching me, so 20 some odd minutes into this live stream, that video is probably for you. But thank you so much for the kind words here. I really appreciate it. And I'd love to see you in the school. By the way, Disruptor Academy, it's on school. It's $147 a month. And yes, I can make you an extra $5 a day, which means it's not profitable. And we have an affiliate program. So if you get 3 people to join, you make money by being a part of it. So why not just go make money? Anyway, that being said, Tom, I just started testing Facebook ads on an online print on demand site. Congratulations for getting into the business. Love it. I use catalog ads. Love it. My results overall were good. My question is, how do I determine what products in the catalog just got clicks? I don't know where to look for this. Can you help me? So if you go to delivery, and then in the breakdown section of your Facebook dashboard, there's a drop down. It's like time and demographics and all this stuff. There's a thing that says delivery, and then a little pop out will appear. And if you scroll to the bottom of that pop out, it'll say post ID or product ID. And at that point, you'll be able to see the level of investment by product ID. Sometimes for a lot of ad accounts, they're currently updating this. So you may or may not be in the latest version, but you'll be able to see the clicks, even the purchases there, which is phenomenal. If not, what you do, how do I determine what products in the catalog got clicks? You don't really care what products in the catalog got clicks. What you care about is what got spend. And then you go to your store and say, what is the traffic per page? And if the traffic per page doesn't match the spend, i.e. something got a ton of spend, but it got no clicks, odds are it's not driving sales. If you do that and then go to the conversion rate for that product on your store and see it's really bad, just get rid of it. This is where we use custom labels. Shout out to MarkPipe for making that tool just so incredibly easy and simple to use right out of the box. And you can just make things eligible or ineligible for your product catalog. Join the school. I'll talk you more about it, or get into the MBA and I'll build it with you. Master the MBA, master meta in like 90 days. That's basic what the MBA is all about. How do I get brands to $1 million a week? Click down there. All right. The exact process. Anyway, you must find a balance when to go deep into something and explain something. Okay. I'm going to take this as constructive criticism. And thank you. Yeah, it's a 40 some odd minute video. I'm trying to find that balance, so I appreciate it. Woohoo! I love that. This is why you're losing. Love that. That's our live video from last week. Go check it out. It's breaking down all the metrics and basically just explains why you shouldn't really be looking at silly things like ROAS and CPA if you want to make silly things like money. Anyway. Here we go. Okay, I think we've gotten back to the bottom of the list. By the way, if you ask questions, we'll answer all of your questions. If you notice, this is not filtered. This is all of the comments. And then I'll write back like, hey, we answered your question during the live. Here's the link to the video. And we have timestamps on the video so you can get your questions answered. Hey, by the way, there we go. Awesome. So let's cut it out here. Boom. And get to the lives here. All right. Do you believe in scaling winner ads in one ad set? I believe that you put your best ads in a winner's ad set, but you scale the campaign. So the purpose of the winner's ad set is not to be necessarily the best ads you have. The purpose of the winner's ad set is to be the most stable. It is the baseline. It is the control in your scientific method. The purpose of all testing is to beat that control or complement that control so that you can raise the budget so that you continue testing. Creative testing isn't, do I get a winning ad? Creative testing is, does this portfolio of assets allow me to increase my spend? If you're running ads, you have one simple question you're trying to answer. Remember, all tests are answering questions. The only question you need to answer is, does this allow me to increase my budget? If the answer is no, or I don't know, then that test is either inconclusive or too complicated. And for those of you that are running 9 ad sets in a CBO, you can't know. It's not that you're not smart enough. It's not that you're not spending enough. It's that the volume of permutations is astronomical. astronomical. Anybody ever see the movie Cube? Anyway, let me just show you what that looks like. So, how many ways can you shuffle a 5-card deck? Okay, so this is what happens if you have 5 ads to get a data set of 1. There's 120 different ways. So if you serve 1,000 impressions, you're getting a lot of really interesting data. You're essentially statistically significant in a couple thousand impressions. Love that. What happens if we do 20 cards? Let's just show you how crazy this gets. Let's do 10 cards. So if we have 10 ads and we want to get statistics and we want to get the order, we want to test out how the machine is serving those ads because all the ads are served in different journeys. I'm going to say we don't even care about sometimes the journey's only 3 ads and sometimes it's 10. Just what if it's just the 10 ads? Just that one subset of permutations. 3 million. 5 is 120. 10 is 3 million. What about 20 cards? If you have 20 ads, that number has, I'm not even going to pretend to read it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commas. It's 2.4 quintillion, okay? Now let's say you've got 10 ad sets with 5 ads apiece. What if you have 50 ads? Yes. This is how many impressions it would take to get one data set per journey. Meaning, this is how many journeys there are. If you want to know how they do, being lucky at just saying, do this once. Let's say it costs $20 to do 1,000 variations. How much money would it take to get one example of each possible one variation? Okay. Let's see. It would take 6 times more money than the entire global economy for you to run 50 ads and have each of them be shown once in every possible order. If you think running more ads is a way to have good data to understand how to scale a business, you've lost the plot. This is what you're fighting against. And I'm sorry, but that's fucking impossible. Like, no. We teach 3-2-2 ads. So this is what we are preaching to do. 12. 3 times 2 times 2. This is a total number that is 479 million. Now, I know that seems like a lot, and it is. But at 479 million, we have a good general idea. What's got promise? What's got potential? And what can we rely on? Now, I've done this for over a decade. This is basically the sweet spot. And it's done because a 3-2-2 ad is 2 headlines, 2 primary texts. So it's a binary choice. Which one is better, or do neither of them matter? And then the creative, you give the machine a few chances because the creative is 85% of what stops the scroll. And if the ad sucks, you can remove one creative if you want to and give it a second chance. And if it still sucks, you know that it's bad, move on. You've eliminated 479 million permutations. That is fucking efficient. I'm definitely demonetized on this video, but joke's on you, YouTube. I don't monetize any videos. I don't give a shit about throwing a bunch of ads, and you good people. I don't need the AdSense revenue by letting people advertise in my videos. I don't want to be midpoint and then it's like fucking boner cream or like meal delivery services coming on and bothering you. Fuck that. Anyway, I hope that kind of drives the point home. All right, let's see here. Meta is not giving spend new ads added in a CBO. What do I do? I added 10 new ads, but no spend. You have way too many ads. Simple. You don't need new ads to get spend. You need the machine to be good enough to increase spend. If you can't increase spend because the performance isn't good enough, turn off the ads that suck. If your machine is too complex or not good enough, stacking more uncertainty and more volume of bad that's very expensive is a terrible way of solving the problem. Instead, get rid of all the things that get in the way and then try to build again. You don't build on bad, right? You one sec. My wife is texting me. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Domestic stuff. 7-month pregnant wife. She gets preference over you guys. Hope that's okay. By the way, 60 some odd eyeballs. Welcome to the party. We're just breaking down a whole bunch of fun stuff. Okay, so yeah, I don't care about the iPhone 17 and its case. I mean, I do. I just want a USB-C iPhone so that I can use the fun stuff. Anyway, yeah. So I hope that helps you, hero. If your new ads aren't getting spend, but you can increase the budget, just increase the budget. If your new ads aren't getting spend, but your performance isn't good enough to increase the budget, turn off the ads that aren't good enough. Eventually, those new ads will have a chance, or you will just keep scaling the budget. Simple. This or that. Easy. Hopefully that helps. By the way, loving the comments section over here on the right. I hope you guys enjoy that. And quick shout out for the Meta MBA program. You can go ahead and scan that right there if you want to join the Meta MBA. I would love to see you there. Let's switch up the banner on the bottom. Boom. Okay, let's keep going. Yes, and I 100% told ChatGPT I really enjoy McAfee, and so scan my site and write me something like McAfee on the bottom. So there you go. How I get people from 50K a month to $1 million a week. That is it. Students that have built agencies, exited companies, and turned side hustles into machines that print money. 100% happening. Okay. Let's keep going. Hi. Yes, you'd like to see more account audits. Let me know if you guys want more account audits on stuff. We do have a video going live on Sunday in partnership with the fine folks at Foreplay where we dive into live ad accounts. I think it's a 34-minute video on helping somebody spending $2,000 a week double their profits. That is going to be super fun for you guys to watch. Some YouTubers suggest picking individual winning ads from all ad sets and then scaling it. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, the wife is hitting me back again. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of picking individual winning ads from all ad sets and then scaling it. I've been teaching people to do that for 5 years. So totally on board with that. But make sure they're all of the same offer and in a CBO campaign. And don't be in a rush to grab those. I'll get into Jason. You brought up that hook rate. Hold rate are useless. By that logic, do mini VSLs suck as a creative? I mean, maybe, but here's the thing. I don't care about the hook rate and the hold rate, but that doesn't mean that having videos is bad. Your evaluation of an ad is, does it help me spend more money? That's so if the job is done, great. If the ad doesn't help you do that, then it's not great or it's not good. I've almost caught up to the comments. I don't want to hide the QR code, but whatever. In the video, they probably won't make a purchase. My thinking is instead of spending 3 to 4 minute long VSLs on feed, I should convert them to a landing page, as most likely buyers will be directed here. Is that a good hypothesis? Yes or no? Why? You brought it up on the live. I love it. I mean, what I would do is get one long ass VSL video, like 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, like a proper fucking VSL. And then cut it down and run all of the cut downs that are 3 or 4 minutes long as ads. I would have the VSL on that landing page be a YouTube video. And that way, if I'm running Google ads in addition to Facebook ads, I can retarget the individuals that watch that video. I can retarget the people that have been to the site. And I could even delay pixel fires on that website to say the pixel doesn't even fire for 2 minutes, and assume that that's essentially somebody that was watching the video. And really just kind of lay that all out. That to me is a great way of understanding how to get an engaged lead. I hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't. Ask more questions. Charlie, have you seen any experience getting leads for life insurance? What have you seen? Yeah, I used to run all the ads for Progressive Insurance, auto and home and life and all of that stuff. Yeah, 100%. What have you seen? I mean, it's the same as everything else. Lead gen, e-commerce, SaaS, it's all the same shit. I see that you have another thing here. I run 322 ads, but then don't know how to scale the winner. If you don't have a winning, you don't scale the winners, okay? You scale the campaign. If your 322 ads are working, add budget to the campaign. If they aren't, turn the ad off. Eventually, you're going to find some 322 that's so good, that's so strong, that you just can't test anything else. And like you're in this weird spot where like you just got to isolate it, grab that post ID, throw in your winner's headset. Now, it won't perform as well isolated because it's one ad instead of 12. But you can test more things and you can throw some restrictions on the other stuff to inhibit some of the delivery. But yeah, that's what I would do. All right. So anyway, let's just keep going. Man, I haven't even gotten to the point that I wanted to make today. Let's do that. I know we got questions, but I want to actually get to the point that I was even trying to make today in today's video. So let's do that. Yeah, you're welcome. There you go. All right, boom. So the $100,000 meta ads hack. Simple change, big payoff. What I want to do here is really just kind of walk you through real quick what this looks like. And let's see if I can turn this on without it crapping out my display. Okay, here we go. All right, now, okay, so what we're talking about here is really how to make a lot more money from your Black Friday. And what I did to really help brands see more success in that space. So with that in mind, let's break down exactly what this is. And I want to just take a quick moment to say thank you to everybody who's been here so far. If you find these videos valuable, it would mean everything to me if you just were to share this. That's honestly the easiest way to show the machine that you love what I'm doing and to help me reach more individuals so that we can help more people see the success that you're enjoying. That's really what this is all about here, right? That's what we do here is share success and make things easy to help people, achieve what they're looking for. That's really what this entire community is all about. So with that in mind, If you like this video, please go ahead and share it. If you really want to be supportive, the thing you can do for free is just share 1 or 2 other videos on the channel. But if you've ever wondered how brands are suddenly raking in over $100,000 every week over Black Friday, my friends at Portland Leather Goods, Original Grain, King's Loot used one simple tactic to do exactly that, right? And that's what I'm going to get to today. It hasn't just worked for them, but dozens of other of my clients inside the MBA scaled this exact same way this year. This is what we're getting into, right? These are happy accidents that I really want to drive in, okay? And this, I'm going to walk you through right now the strategy to blow up your sales fast and safely. And so let's start with the trap. Most advertisers are told to win by getting more sophisticated. Smarter targeting, sharper attribution models, endless ads, layers of tech, and all sorts of other nonsense. On paper, it sounds smart, but in practice, it's just complexity on top of complexity. And every bright idea works for less and less time. Your ads fatigue faster, profit declines, CAC and CPMs keep rising. Like, that's what we're going to see constantly. And if you're chasing hacks instead of fixing the problem, you're just trying to do other things that collapse under the pressure. And that's why so many brands feel stuck. Burning energy, burning money, and going nowhere. And yeah, I'll get to Yogesh's question here in a minute. But what I suggest you to do is to stop trying to knock down dominoes one at a time. You're going to waste your energy and money and time. It's getting really frustrating. You need to find the domino that topples the rest. Because the truth is, you don't need more complexity. What you need is leverage. So this was an accidental discovery that I made last year. We called it the canary in the coal mine. And really the answer was hiding in plain sight. So last year I ran a $100 a day test for one of my clients. Nothing flashy, nothing complicated. But within days, it scaled to $10,000 a day. And on some days, it drove $100,000 in revenue, the single most profitable effort in the business. So I texted my friends at Portland Leather Good, Original Grain, King's Loot, and a lot of other ones. And we tested it in their accounts. And almost overnight, they were adding 5 or 6 figures a day. Some even cracked an extra $100,000 bottom line during peak Black Friday days with doing almost no extra work. And here's the thing. It wasn't a fluke. Dozens of ads have repeated this with almost 100% success rate. Because instead of chasing ads, they tapped into the most under-leveraged opportunity in their accounts. And so let's break down the 3 parts of this so that you can copy it step by step. Part number 1 is the assets. Part number 2 is the architecture. Part number 3 is the arbitrage of leverage. So let's start with the assets, right? Why did this work? Let's start with step number 1, the assets. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We used the best performing ads in the account. The ones that had already spent big and proven themselves. These ads are like all-star salespeople. Meta's algorithm has seen them win hundreds, sometimes thousands of times. It knows exactly who responds to that headline, that text, that creative. And when you duplicate them, you're not just starting from scratch. You're leveraging all of the expensive, hard-earned data that you've already paid for. That means your new ad isn't really new at all. It's a veteran, and veterans know how to close. So step number 1 is simple. Go into your account, pull in your top like 10 to 15 ads. These aren't just good ads, they're trained assets. When you redeploy them, they scale faster, cost less, and hit harder than any fresh creative. But that's obviously step 1. So let's get to step 2, the architecture. I'll give you a quick story. When I was a touring musician and battling like a bad heroin problem, I learned this lesson the hard way. When you get done with a show and you come off stage, you can ask people, do you want a shirt? And most people will say no. And that no could mean eating or going hungry. It could mean a hotel room or sleeping in the van on top of your amplifier. But if you asked, which shirt would you like? Everything changed. Instead of it being a yes or no decision, it was a choice. And choice dramatically increased conversions. That one shift decided whether we walked away broke or had money in our pockets. And the same thing happens in e-commerce. A product page forces a this or that decision, and basically people choose, when it's this or nothing, they choose nothing. The homepage gives people the freedom to choose. And freedom almost always lifts conversion rate and AOV. Just joy, right? We need more freedom in the world. The move is simple. Take your proven assets, duplicate them, send the traffic to your homepage. Your store's already built to convert better, upsell better, and capture more value and sell the brand. Why not leverage that? And that brings us to step 3, the arbitrage of leverage. Your homepage isn't just a page. It's a living catalog. Hero offers pull attention. Navigation guides intent. Cross-sells, bundles, and email captures are running in the background. So that traffic isn't just making sales today, it's building your entire business. When you push proven assets into that architecture, you play an arbitrage game. Every impression works harder. The platform rewards better user experiences with cheaper CPMs because you're using your best ads to reach the highest quality people for the cheapest price. And those customers reward that freedom of choice with higher spend and stronger loyalty. Here's the arbitrage. The ads bring in the right crowd. The homepage multiplies conversion, and the catalog effect drives a higher AOV. Together, those 3 levers turn ordinary campaigns into profit engines that scale safely. So let's break down the cheat code, okay? And then Yogesh will end with your question, okay? So stick around, buddy. I got you. How do you do this yourself? Let's put it together. Step number 1 was the assets. Step number 2 was the architecture. Step number 3 was the arbitrage of leverage. Now, here's how to deploy it in your account. We start by pulling your top 10, 15, even 20 ads that spent the most and performed the best. From that pool, start with your 5 strongest performers. Remember the math that we ran earlier? Start with 5. That's 120 impressions, right? Use a campaign optimized for purchases, or if you're advanced, new customers, right? And this is where incremental attribution comes in, where instead of counting purchases, you can pass back new customer as a signal. You can do it with the third-party tools like Aimers, which I'm a big fan of, and I've been telling you about here for a long, long time. Disruptionschool.com/Aimers, right? AIMERCE. Meta learns to optimize for the most profitable buyers, not just the cheapest. The people who haven't yet bought from you more often. If you want to see this in detail, I have a video coming soon on all of this stuff. But you keep targeting broad, no exclusions, no overthinking. Meta knows who wants to run your offer. Meta knows who wants to buy your offer, right? So use this campaign as a consolidation tool. Let it absorb budget from anything performing worse on CPA or GPT. This shifts the spend to the most profitable lane while cleaning up your ad account. Basically, if it's the second worst thing, take the budget from what is the worst, throw it into here. Let this thing climb the ladder and just absorb everything. It could very well be the best thing you have. And if you see it, if you want to see exactly how to set up GPT and profit volume and ads manager and stuff, I have a dedicated video for that. You could also look at last week's live. Now, if you follow this, you're not just chasing hacks. You're running a system that simplifies your account, multiplies profits, and scales safely. And that's how dozens of brands hit 6- and 7-figure days. Hi, Casper. So here's the bottom line. If you're chasing hacks, your costs rise, your results shrink, and your account gets harder to manage. Most advertisers never escape that treadmill. But if you use this system, the assets, the architecture, and the arbitrage, the leverage, you flip the script, right? Like you can align yourself with the platform. You can let your store do the selling. You put all that effort into it, might as well use it. You consolidate while scaling profitably. Now you know how to multiply profit with this system. But the real question is how to get yourself to $100,000 a day without the ad account breaking. And that's what, if you go to the YouTube channel, that we have here, our homepage, the video that starts is just that. And literally breaking down step by step how to think about things, how to approach stuff, how to set up your business and your campaigns and your architecture and your systems to drive $100,000 in revenue. How to get your ad account to a 6-figure daily budget. That is really like what this is all about, right? So how do we see that success? Now, I promise getting to Yogesh's Yogesh? Let me know. Is it Yogesh or Yogesh? I want to know. I want to get this right. Yogesh. Comment A if it's Yogesh. Comment B if it's Yogesh. Or comment C if I've completely lost the plot. I want to get better at this. So if you're watching, please, I would love to be able to. The second one, Yogesh. Okay, fantastic. All right, I leveled up as a human being today. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Now, with that, how do we identify top, middle, and bottom funnel ads when the same ad is being shown to both new and engaged audiences? First off, new and engaged audiences doesn't mean shit. Don't worry about that. That breakdown in the ad account doesn't mean fucking anything. It's not actionable data. It's not necessarily correct either. And it has no value in your ability to make better decisions. So with that in mind, never look at that information. Data that isn't actionable is a waste of time. Now, the way you identify top, middle, and bottom is with the 4PI analysis: spend, frequency, CPM, efficiency. I don't have time to break it all down here right now, but shout out on Sunday, I'm doing an account audit live. It's a recorded Zoom call. So we're going to push that video live at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. I don't know where you're at, Yogesh, but I think I'm going to make the guess that that's probably in the evening for you. But on Sunday, I'm going to drop that video on this channel. Cool. So you know 4PI. Awesome. That's how we identify how the machine is using the ads. And then one thing that confused me is how to safely turn off ads. Which ads can I pause without breaking the funnel? Sort by amount spent. If you've spent $500, the ad that spent $400 is responsible for 80%. Turning that ad off is an 80% disruption. Conversely, if there's an ad that spent $10, that is statistically insignificant. And if you turn it off, it will make a statistically insignificant change in your results. That's generally the way that I look at things. I hope that really kind of I'm going to get it again. Sumit, help me out here. A, if it's Sumit. B, if it's Sumit. I want to get it right. Sumit, A, Sumit, B. Y'all are helping me like level up as a human being. I appreciate it. But let me know. Hopefully that is an answer to the question here. We also have one other thing here. I'm a bit late, but if there's time, would you approach account structure for apps? It's kind of restricted with 5 ad sets per campaign. I don't think that's restrictive at all. I don't see why you would need 5 ad sets. Apps, leads, e-commerce, SaaS, it's all the same. You don't need 5 ad sets live. Now, the one difficulty here is as you move through testing with your control environment and 1 or 2 creative tests, you might eventually have a graveyard that's over 5 ad sets deep, in which case you could theoretically delete the other one. Casper says primarily testing. Okay, why are you testing with 5 ad sets? I know you're late to the party. We did do, if you come back and watch this, we broke down the math on how all this works, but like, I don't think we have the time to really have a full exchange here, but if you can write in here, why are you using all 5 ad sets? Like, what are they all creative testing ad sets? $200 CPA and $1,000 budget. How many ad sets should you run? And if I add a new ad set, how many ads? How much increased budget? I mean, $200 CPA and $1,000 budget. You can't afford more than 1 ad set. Yeah. I would not try to have more than 5 ads and 1 ad set. You don't have the luxury of the volume of data to get out of that. Yeah, all different tests. I'll rewatch the entire stream. Here's the thing, Casper. Why are we testing 5 different things? Now, I'm not going to make assumptions from where you're coming from, but I've been in the game a long time, so I've seen a lot of people say test a lot of ads. And eventually every one of them says the same thing. The best ads are the ones that were running for a long time. The more new ads I launch, the faster my ads fatigue, and the harder I work and the more I have to launch more new ads to keep things going. I've been spending $180,000 a month with one winner that's fatigued, and I can't hit a single new ad that works. Here's the thing. Ad fatigue is operator error. Casper, here's what I would do. Duplicate that ad, recreate it, right? Don't hit duplicate. Make a new post ID that's exactly the same as the other one. And in your creative testing efforts, where does that ad sit in the funnel? It might crush as a mid-funnel ad, according to 4PI. Support it with the rest of the team. Like if it's just Messi on the pitch, he's going to lose every match. Michael Jordan can't beat even a mediocre basketball team by himself. If you're winning, if you're focusing on finding a winning ad and then scaling it, what you're doing is saying, let me find the best player that I have and abuse them until they break, instead of building a system that allows them to be successful. There's a whole lot to get into. We are wrapping the show up here, but I do want to thank everybody on this. And I wish I could give you some more things here. I will say that it has been incredibly rewarding to work with so many of you on a direct basis. And I'm just going to drop this here to the stage. We're going to do this because I really want to show you all this thing. Yeah, no problem, Rhino. This is the Meta MBA. If you are in a space where you're spending $1,000 a day, this will pay for itself in a matter of weeks. If you're spending $2,000-$3,000 a day, this could pay for itself in less than 10. I am very proud of this work. This has been running for 5 years. This is the exact systems that I use to get people to $1 million a week. You can work with me directly. There's the QR code to join. And like I was giving the advice earlier, this is a VSL video that is on YouTube. So on YouTube, I can see who's watched this video, and I can bring that into my marketing systems. And now we're just seeing much, much better results for everybody that's joined this program. And now this program has been updated. I literally just rebuilt the whole thing. It is now 12 individual modules. We're adding 3 more by the end of the year. And this thing's incredible. And I highly, highly recommend that if you're trying to invest in yourself to be more successful, which is the greatest investment you can make, that you really consider this. Edith, we're going to get to your question, then I'm going to call it. If you have 5 products that you want to test, which one sells better? How do you go about it if you don't have 5 ad sets? Edith, you don't run ads to test which product sells best. You run ads to the product that is selling the best. Running ads to test products is one of, especially on Facebook, is one of the most expensive ways to understand what works. I would highly, highly recommend that you don't invest in the most expensive way where 90% of people fail. My suggestion is that you figure out what sells, and then you begin to scale that with ads. Otherwise, you're just investing a whole bunch of money into something that might just be a huge pit. Masit, flexible ads don't give us the post ID, so how do we with dynamic ads? First off, yes, they do. Can't get into it right now, but in the same way you did it with DCTs 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, flexible ads works the same way. And if you want to know what your top ads are, go to the inbox in your business manager, look at the comments. The ads that get the most comments are the ones that are earning the most spend, that are driving the most engagements. Find the outliers. Then it's really easy. Because hitting the comments and replying back to people, you're replying back to them on the winning post IDs. If you can't find them there, it's not good enough. All right, everybody. With that being said, take care. I'm going to be in New York next week, so it won't be this fun backdrop, but I'll see you all then. Check us out on Sunday. Let me know in the chat if you made it this far. Again, if I get 30 people that say they're interested, I'll be dropping more audit videos. And if I get 100 people, fuck it, I'll do one a week. Okay. Let me know how I can help you. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye, everyone.